Okay, just stay with me on this.
Okay.
So last night I have this dream. I'm a dragon.
A what?
A dragon.
A dragon?
Yeah, a dragon.
What were you doing?
Oh, flying around, breathing fire, the usual dragon stuff.
Sounds liberating.
It was incredible. But then I woke up and, my brain immediately switched gears from fantasy to physics. And I just couldn't shake the question, could biology actually support a fire-breathing creature?
It's the ultimate evolutionary what if. And, we aren't the only ones asking. We're looking at a breakdown titled The Bioengineering of Biological Fire Production.
Which treats smog less like a magic trick and more like a thermodynamic machine.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 3 hard engineering constraints, right? Fuel, ignition, and, not burning yourself up.
Precisely. So let's start with the fuel. In pop culture, it's almost always gas.
Right, but that doesn't really hold up. I know cows produce methane, huge amounts of it, but methane has terrible energy density.
Sure.
You'd need a pressurized bladder the size of a zeppelin inside your body just to get one decent flame burst.
The physics of gas storage just don't work for an organism. The study we're looking at suggests nature would actually go for liquids.
Oh, like the bombardier beetle. It mixes chemicals to shoot that boiling hot liquid.
Exactly, that kind of mechanism. But you'd need something combustible. The paper points to terpenoid oils.
Terpenoid oils, like pine sap?
Think pine sap or even citrus oils. They're incredibly energy-dense lipids.
Okay, that makes way more sense. You could store that in specialized glands, kind of like how a viper stores venom.
It's compact, doesn't need high-pressure tanks, and it burns hot.
And it's sticky, too.
A viscous fuel is a much better weapon than just a flash of gas.
Yeah.
But, having the fuel is the easy part. The real engineering headache is the spark.
Because you can evolve flint and steel.
Yeah.
But biology does have a solution for high voltage.
It certainly does. We see it in electric eels. And it's not just some vague electricity. It's specific cells, electrocytes, stacked in series, like batteries in a flashlight.
So the theory is you could adapt that into a cranial electric organ?
That's the term, yeah.
Right.
You stack thousands of these cells in the skull to generate that 600-volt potential, but instead of discharging it into the water,
You route it to the mouth. The paper proposes these conductive ignition teeth.
So you're basically creating a biological spark plug when the creature sprays a fine mist of that oil through the gap in the teeth.
The voltage arcs across the gap. Boom! Ignition.
Ignition, right as it exits the mouth. It's an elegant solution.
It really is. It actually reminds me of how we train specialized agents in software. You take these distinct existing capabilities and you integrate them for a specific high-output function.
That is a great parallel.
Speaking of high-output functions, this deep dive is supported by Embersilk. If you're looking to integrate that kind of efficiency into your own work, whether it's AI training, automation, or software development, you should really see where agents can make an impact. Check out embersilk.com for your AI needs.
So we have fuel and spark, but there's still that one fatal problem.
Thermodynamics.
Yep.
If I light a fire in my mouth, I'm going to cook my own face.
Or worse, the flame travels back down the fuel stream into the glands.
Internal combustion, not the good kind.
To prevent that, the study suggests a biological flame arrestor. So basically a valve structure in the throat that physically stops the flame from moving backward.
And for the mouth itself, some kind of insulation.
A lot of insulation. The idea is that the creature would secrete a huge amount of fire-retardant slime or mucus just before firing.
Ah, evaporative cooling. The fire hits the slime, turns the water to steam instantly, and that phase change just yanks the heat away from the actual tissue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you stack all these things up, the oil glands, the electric ignition, the valves, the thermal mucus, what do we actually get?
We don't get the giant flying dragon from the movies, do we?
Sadly, no. The energy needed to fly something that massive and produce all that chemical fuel is just, it's too high. The square cube law gets in the way.
But the study does offer a pretty cool consolation prize, the flame basilisk.
Yes, a land-based predator. Maybe the size of a Komodo dragon or even a large dog. It wouldn't scorch armies, but it could produce a, say, 1-meter jet of flame.
Honestly, a dog-sized lizard that spits burning pine sap is probably terrifying enough for me.
And it's scientifically plausible. That's the amazing part. Nature has already invented every single one of the required components.
The electricity, the chemical spraying, the nozzles.
All of it. Evolution just hasn't had a reason to assemble them all in one package.
Or maybe it just hasn't happened yet. It makes you wonder, if the blueprint is technically there, is it just a matter of time?
That's the lingering question, isn't it? The toolbox is open. Nature just hasn't built that specific machine.
Well, I'm going to keep dreaming. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe to the show. Hey, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out. Thanks for tuning in.